Okay, this is Gamerblave, and we're back with Battletech. And first off, if you missed the last episode, then you missed quite a bit. There was a coronation ceremony for Lady Kamea Elrano, and basically it went as wrong as it possibly could. Her uncle stabbed her in the back, and there was a big fight that ensued. That planet, a lot of it got wrecked in the process, and as far as we know right now, Lady Kamea Arano is dead, and our mentor, her mentor as well, also dead in the process. And we escaped by the skin of our teeth, and we fell in with this mercenary organization where we are right now. Now, as you may have already noticed, what we're looking at right now is a still frame. Now, the reason for this is because I haven't recorded in a long time, and I was tweaking with my settings, and I kind of screwed up the recording. Now, not only did I screw it up once, I screwed it up twice. So I did the mission that is right after the first mission twice and screwed it up. Now, I don't want to do it a third time. So what what I did was I took a couple of still frames from it, and I just want to explain it because it's a very straightforward mission. It's basically another tutorial. So we didn't really miss a whole lot in terms of action. There's not really a whole lot going on here, and I think I can really explain the nuts and bolts of it really quickly, and we can kind of move on to the next mission very quickly. So basically, we got to this planet here, and there's this group of miners here, and they have hired us because there is a mining corporation that has come in and killed a bunch of these guys and stolen what at least they claim to be their stuff and their land and resources, and they want it back. So they've hired us to come and take out the defenses at their base so they can reclaim what is theirs. Now, the enemy base is up here, right? And so we're engaging them. The main defenses that we have to deal with are these turrets here. There are some other turrets off the screen over here, and these two mechs. Once again, not a big deal. So the main purpose of this mission really is to teach us about how base defenses work, and that is really, you need to kind of look past the base defenses if you can, if it is in any way practical, and get to the turret generators. If you blow the turret generators up, then the turrets themselves fail. That's really the purpose of this mission. So we fought here. We took out the turret generator, and one thing you will note here, one of these mechs, this little bugger right down here, got a lucky shot off on Blave and hit him in the head. And if you take a headshot to your mech, doesn't matter how much damage it does. In this case, it didn't do very much, but it did injure him. So that is something that will have a lasting effect outside of this mission. But anyway, let's proceed to the next one. And after we took down the defenses at the base, which is over off to the right side of the screen, this building down here is actually our main target. They wanted us to destroy this. And this was probably the biggest threat outside of the turrets, this Shadowhawk here. However, as you can see, they're still kind of easing us into the gameplay at this point, because you can see he doesn't have a whole lot of armor. So he's really not a very big threat. We deal with him pretty easily. And then we go and we take care of the mission objective. Bing, bang, boom. However, the one monkey wrench that gets thrown into the works is once we take these guys out, once we actually accomplish the mission objective, the miners say, well, now we kind of want to change the terms of the deal. Now that you've taken their defenses down, we want your battle mechs as well. We don't want to, not only do we not want to pay you, but we want your battle mechs. So obviously we're not going to stand for that. So we go back to that base at the beginning and we kind of destroy what's going on there. You can see all of these pieces smoking here. And Decker's over here. He's crushed one of their vehicles, and this other vehicle's coming in here to get wrecked. This vehicle's wrecked. So anyway, we basically take out their stuff, and that's more or less what happens in that mission. So that pretty much takes us to the end of the mission. Now, the recording visually is a little bit choppy after this, but the I guess you'd say the good thing about it is that you're dealing with mostly stills and not a lot of motion once you get into the strategic screen and the dialogue that happens afterwards. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of cut into that. And since we didn't have a mission here, we're going to cut into that, and we're going to go into the next mission. And we're going to take the footage that I recorded on the strategic screen and just kind of roll that into the next thing. So it might be a little bit awkward because towards the end of that, I was wrapping up an episode, so I'm talking as if I'm ending an episode. You know, you may find that to be a little strange, and honestly, I find it to be a little strange, and I am a little... was a little irritated by the process, but honestly, I think it works because there really wasn't a whole lot going on in this mission. It wasn't particularly, it certainly wasn't a difficult mission by any stretch of the imagination. It was just more tutorial. You know, they don't really even brief you for it. They just drop you into this mission right after the last stuff. So there's not really a whole heck of a lot going on here. So now that the mission recap is over, let's head on to what happened right after the mission, and then once that's over, we're going to cut on to what happens next. With like a big gun, then you're just toast. Rent to own in orbit, Urkruin. I think that's what it said. Okay, so is this Sumir? I'm going to go with Sumir. I don't know if it's Sumir or Sumair, but I'm going to go with Sumir. Sumir Meyer. You need to start finding us better clients, Darius. I mean it. We've been slumming it on the ass end of the frontier for 3 years now, and we are drowning in debt. I'm fully aware of our financial situation, Meyer, but I can't just conjure up new clients out of thin air. Blave, do me a solid and back me up on this. Okay, so let's say, no thanks, Darius. I didn't take command to settle out. Let's see. If we're really that hard up for cash, we need to stop talking and start doing something about it. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, you'll hear no arguments from me. When we made you commander, we all agreed to follow your lead. Darius, could you walk us through the details of this trouble we're in? It might help if you broke things down point by point. Yeah, we need to have a financial meeting right now. That sounds like a lot of fun. Sure thing, Yang. Point 1, Meyer's right. We're in debt. Every C-bill we make technically belongs to the banks. Point 2, this corner of the frontier is a dead zone for mercenary work. There are clients, but they're terrible. That's just a fact. And that's it. There are no other points. So, at the very least, it's a short meeting. So, that's pretty good. What's our best case scenario? Why not just refuse to pay? We can afford to throw our weight around. We've got battle mechs. That's true. That's a good point. Okay, so we're in a bad spot. What are we going to do about it? All right, that's practical. I don't see what else we can do, Blave. I'm already serving up every legitimate contract I can find. Unless you want me to sidestep the Mercenary Review Board entirely, we're basically out of options. All right, so Mercenary Review Board seems kind of an interesting thing. Let's have a look at that. Founded in 2789, the Mercenary Review Board, MRB, serves as an impartial broker of mercenary contracts. The MRB is overseen by Comstar, a communications giant that is famous for its neutrality. An essential component of modern military culture, the MRB ensures an even playing field between mercenary companies and their employers, and it is quick to arbitrate any breach of contract. Well, I mean, I do wonder how powerful the MRB is, or at least in reputation, because the people that we were just working for didn't seem to care. You know, they didn't care about screwing us over at all. Go around the MRB? No thanks. Taking an uncertified job is a great way to wind up with a knife in your back. Well, we just got betrayed on a board-certified contract, Yang. How much worse could it get? Yeah, exactly. We're taking a lot of risk out here. I don't want to compound them unless I absolutely have to. It doesn't sound like such a bad idea. No guts, no galaxy, right? Yeah. Can't say I'm excited about inviting that kind of trouble, but you're the boss. Remind me again why we don't just skip town and head to a nicer corner of the periphery. Well, let's give that a try. Because the banks and the jump ship crews have an arrangement. Until we pay up, they're going to keep us on a short leash. That's a good reason. Look, Darius, Meyer's right. We need to start earning some real money, and we need to do it soon. It's only a matter of time before something breaks down and I can't fix it with duct tape and good intentions. Alright, so our exiled origin lets us say I had to work a few uncertified jobs after I was asked to leave my home system. It's risky, but it's better than going hungry. You hear that, Darius? The voice of experience speaks. Going around the MRB might kill us, but sure, so might 1,000 other things. But I'd rather die trying than give up and accept the inevitable. It's settled then. I'll start digging for contracts outside the MRB system. Who knows? Maybe it'll work out for the best. It isn't like we've got all that much to lose. In the meantime, we need to find another paying job, and our prospects in this system have completely dried up. I'd recommend booking travel to a neighboring system and see what the review board has for us. With any luck, we'll find enough work to keep going until something better rolls in. The banks are holding our jump ship access hostage until we repay our debts. For now, we can only go between Ur-Kruin and the nearby systems of Alloway, Bellerophon, and Detroit. Our top priority right now needs to be finding work, so we can raise cash. None of the contracts here are very good. I picked out the only viable one I can find, and it helpfully includes our travel fees as part of the deal. Come by the command center when you're ready to review it. Alright, that's interesting. So, I don't really remember that they just kind of skipped time from you being rescued by the mercenary outfit and then basically, not basically, but becoming commander of the outfit. It would have been cool if they had come up with a good, I don't know, at least a mission or two or something in between to, like, I don't know, make you commander or something to happen. I don't know how that would have played out or really worked with the way that the core gameplay works. I don't know how they would have done that, but it would have been nice to kind of like see that transition and see that position really be earned. That would have been cool. So I don't know that because you just kind of like you do your couple of missions and then you're here. You're at the helm, so to speak, which is cool. I do like that. I'm not saying that that's bad, but it would be kind of cool to to get there, to feel a little bit more like that you did it. Okay, so now we saying all that, we are here at the helm, so to speak. So we've got all of our different things that we can do, and we do need to do that. So in our captain's quarters, we can look at our finances, which they did kind of tell us we're in dire straits here. We're going to be spending about $100,000 on salary and about $130,000 on operating everything. It looks like a good chunk of that is our interest payments on our loans. So that is not great, is it? Our reputation. Okay. So now I don't really remember this from when I played. I don't know if this is a newer thing. I do remember the reputations, but I don't remember allying, being able to ally with different factions. So I don't know exactly what that gives you benefit-wise. So we're definitely going to have to look into that as we go. And then customize company. this lets us change what our mechs look like. I don't particularly like the yellow and black scheme here. I really like, well, I like blues and reds and things like that. So let's go for something a little bit different. I don't really like that red very much. How about this? How about this dark metallic red? And maybe if they have like a yeah, something like that on the top, and then maybe like a black or something, like a black accent or something. I don't know. What do we got? What do we got? Of course, black doesn't seem like it's going to be... Oh, that actually kind of looks... I don't think it goes, so to speak, but it looks kind of cool. Well, that actually looks kind of cool, too. That actually looks kind of cool. Okay, now let's choose our banner here. I'm liking, just at a quick look here, it looks like I'm liking the ones with the fist on them, mostly because, so we picked House Steiner as a background, so these two are the ones that are jumping out at me because they're kind of reminiscent of that House Steiner, and so they kind of based on that, and I do like the shield too, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's also got that lightning bolt in it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's go with that. Of course, it doesn't really show up on the mech, does it? So I don't really know how much we actually see that. I guess we see it up here. Okay, so let's go to our mech bay, check that out. Yeah, I like our new mechs. They look like America. Okay, so we've got our blackjack. I'm probably going to go in here before our next mission and toggle or mess around with these a little bit. I usually just like to move the armor around a little bit, and I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time doing that while recording. We don't have a whole lot of weapons to customize right now, but I probably will do that. I don't think I'm ever going to use this locust. I'll probably just get rid of that thing. I mean, talk about super light. Of course, it's got more, like, it's got a laser and a couple of MG. Well, it's just got one laser and 2 machine guns. Huh. I don't know about that. I guess it's got more armor. It's got 320 armor. Well, I don't know about that. I actually will have to think about that. Maybe I might actually use that. It's lighter, but it says it's got more armor. I'll have to look at that a little bit more closely. Okay, so now we've got our guys here. We do have some stuff that we can level up here. So tactics, as we were looking at, gives you more chances to hit on called shots, it said. And then gunnery gives you just a chance to hit straight up. So let's see, what do we want here? I think that
waiting for orders.
Behemoth was the one that I was saying that we're going to go ahead and build her for like close range. To me, it makes sense to go with more guts and more piloting, right? Because piloting says, look, base melee hit and more health. So if we build up these two, that seems more straightforward. So let's do that. Oh, she doesn't have enough.
Commander?
Okay.
Orders?
Decker. I want that sensor lock ability. Let's go ahead and grab that with him.
Mech warrior training
Okay,
complete.
so that gave him the minimum range benefit. So that's nice. Medusa has some abilities too that we can unlock. And we're probably going to have to take him on the next mission. Alright, I'm going to think about this in between this one and the next one and go from there. So let's have a look at our contracts here, the contract that we've got. It is aggressive intrusion, and it's going to take us to Bellerophon, 12 days away. Our intelligence confirms a lance of pirate military units is engaged on maneuvers on Bellerophon within a region we control. This is an aggressive action, and local government operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Hunt down the enemy lance and eliminate it. Okay, 121,001 salvage. So if we go up to 2 salvage, we lose 50 grand. I think I'm gonna keep the 50 grand. I can't imagine that there's gonna be great salvage on this. Well, now I'll go to 2. Maybe there's gonna be a really good mech there. I mean, I doubt it, but maybe there's gonna be a mech that we want or something. So we'll do that.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
And we'll start moving in that direction and see what's going on. See, now we're 1 day away from Bellerophon, and Belave is out of action for 16 days. As you can see, that is what we had discussed and we've seen so far. So what I've done is I've upgraded, or not really so much upgraded, but I've just kind of shifted around some of the armor on my medium mechs. I haven't done a whole lot here. Basically what I've done is I've taken just a hair of the armor off of the legs and just ever so slight of an amount of armor off the backs and just pushed it to the front. Because in my mind, if we're getting nailed in the back, then then we've kind of already failed the mission, so to speak. And that, there's certainly a trade-off to be made, but especially this guy, we've got really light armor on a couple of these components, so he can get beat up really easily, I think. So we really need to watch that. So I feel like I'm going to be more comfortable if I get a little bit more armor on some of those pieces. But that's basically where we are. So we're just going to kind of go here and move to Bellerophon. We still do have 4. Whoops, wrong thing. We still have 4 mech warriors. We're just not going to be able to take our main character into this next one. We're going to be taking Medusa, Glitch, Decker, and Behemoth on our mission. So, but that's not going to be a huge problem. I think we can handle it. I think we can handle it. I had to take a swig of water there. All right. We have arrived at Bellerophon, Commander. Ready to proceed with our current contract? We are ready to proceed. Okay. So, we definitely want to take the Shadowhawk. That's our heaviest mech. And I do think that Behemoth does make sense in that one. That is kind of our big tanky unit. And I think that Glitch makes sense in the Vindicator. So, in terms of what we've got going on for the Blackjack, because the Blackjack probably does make the most sense after that, These guys have the same piloting skill. I did forget to level these guys up, but that's not going to be a huge issue, I think. I think we'll still be able to take this down. And let's go ahead and take the spider in as well. So I think these guys are going to be very comparable in these. I'm going to put Decker in the Blackjack and Medusa in the spider. And I think that we should be able to hang pretty well there. Yeah, I kind of wish that, I mean, you know, obviously now that it happened to me, I kind of wish that if you got hit in the head, you know, it had to penetrate the armor for you to get damaged. Because in this particular case, you know, the guy did like 10 damage or something to the armor, and but it still, you know, it still was enough to do damage to him, which, you know, knocks you out for like a month, which, you know, that's pretty significant. Okay, so let's have a look. We got a battle here. Our intelligence confirms a lance of pirate military units is engaged in maneuvers on Bellerophon within a region we control. This is an aggressive action, and local government operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Hunt down the enemy lance and eliminate it. Okay, it's got a really small difficulty rating, not a whole lot of pay. Once again, you know, I don't think that this one's going to be too much. That being said, as I've noted a couple of times already in this, I remember there being some pretty significant difficulty spikes. So until I get, you know, a little bit better equipment, until I get my mechs, you know, really, you know, until I start feeling comfortable with them, you know, I'm going to be really cautious in these missions that I take, you know, because I really don't want to lose, you know, like a couple of mechs or a couple of mech warriors at this point. You know, we really don't want to take a blow like that. That'd really set us back. Okay, we've got them, Commander, right out in the open. These guys are amateurs. Get eyes on them and take them out. Good hunting, Commander. Oliveira out. Okay. So yeah, we can see our new. It's kind of dark. You can't really see our new designs, but you can see our new emblem there. We shouldn't have to go too far to get to them. Yeah, I'm just going to sprint out in the open with Behemoth. I don't think that it's going to be too much of an issue.
Roger.
We've got company.
You know what? I am going to sprint like right up here with Medusa and just... That's a whole lot of evasion. I don't think that they're going to be able to hit him. I just don't think they are. If they do, then, well, that sucks. Evasion has to be good for something. That's a locust. I'm not super afraid of it. It's a locust without a whole lot of armor. Now, once again, he's going to have a ton of evasion. So there's going to be that to contend with. Actually, he's only got 2. So
ready for orders.
I'm going to go ahead and reserve Medusa. I'm not too concerned with that movement. I mean, it's still going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 evasion. Not a big deal. With Decker, we can either shoot at this guy, take off one of his evasion, or use his ability. Might use his ability. I don't know. That'll depend, I guess, on what his chances to hit are. A commando. This guy probably has more firepower. That did not look like a miss, but apparently it was. It looked like it hit her in the left arm. Okay, so that guy's got a decent bit of evasion. Now, the commando, I'm guessing, has more firepower, but let's just have a look at what these guys are packing. Okay, a medium laser, a large laser, and a short-range missile with a 2. And then this guy's got 2 LRM5s and a medium laser. I don't know how much those I don't know how much the L laser does. So that's a problem. The Locust is an easier shot
Waiting for
right
orders.
now. Or is it? Maybe it's not.
Waiting for orders.
We can do a sensor lock on... I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to move Decker into the woods here and sensor lock the Locust so we can get some better shots on him. I think that's the right call. Or we can do that on the Commando. Either way, I think that the Locust is the right one because that's going to bring him down to 0 evasion and get us
Roger
just
that.
optimal shots with these other guys. That's gonna
I've got a sensor
just
lock.
be the ticket because he's not got a very good shot, so that's
Good to
just
go.
not gonna get it. Let's go ahead and get in the woods here, and that's gonna give us pretty decent shots. And if we land him, I think that he's not gonna be too happy about it. Honestly, a center torso hit would just wipe him out.
Uh-huh.
Well, complete miss.
What's up, boss?
Okay, I'm gonna go in with her and just do what she does, because that is how we get it
Location
done.
confirmed.
I really kind of wanting to build her towards, you know, strong melee character. So that's something that I didn't really. Okay, yeah, that guy's totally toast. So if they don't get reinforcements, then
Target
this will really be a complete
Yes, Commander.
cakewalk. I don't want to get too close to that guy and open myself up to a melee possibility. I'm going to do a jump and shoot. Wow, 20%? I don't like that. 40%. Well, we're not really going to be doing much. Well, we might. Who knows? We might hit him. Only reason I want to jump is so I get the evasion. I wouldn't normally. Okay, well, we did hit him. We might be able to get Behemoth around behind him and take advantage of that exposed bit.
Waiting for orders.
Honestly, I don't even know if that's going to be necessary. Do not know if it's going to be necessary at this point.
Affirmative.
Oh, 2 hits.
Good to go.
Gonna miss with those AC5s. Might hit with that medium laser. I'm gonna take a shot from the front
Ready for orders.
and try to get rid of the rest of his evasion. This might blow him up. Who knows? Well,
Inflicted some heavy damage.
yeah, that did pretty good. I mean, these guys are they are just nothing. They're not
on
throwing
you,
much
Commander.
at me right now. If this is it, then that's pretty pathetic.
Time to die.
We could have gone for the leg there, but I don't think that there was any chance we were going to destroy that leg before we got... That was it. That was it. There was nothing to that.
Mission successful.
Wow. Okay, there was even less to that mission than the last mission. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, well, we came through that completely unscathed. We took a very slight amount of armor damage on the Shadow Hawk, but we completely steamrolled it. There was absolutely nothing to that. Absolutely nothing to that. I mean, we're getting all of this stuff, regardless. Yeah. Yeah. Should have taken the other deal. Man, I don't think I've ever seen a mission quite like that. That was... Wow. Wow. Okay, so... like I said, the difficulty swings in this game are ridiculous. Unless I'm remembering it wrong, or they changed it. They could have changed it. I mean, maybe they made the standard difficulty just like super easy. That being said, I mean, you know, we've literally just started the game. I mean, that is the first mission that you get after actually getting access to the strategic screen, getting access to manage your mechs and your mech warriors and all that stuff. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, we can let's take a look at, for instance, at the contracts. You know, once again, we've got another 1-star one. Another half skull. It's not a star, half skull. We can travel 17 days to another one. Chances are we should probably do this Bellerophon one. I might do that one. I might just do that one right now, and you know, either cut it out of the video if it's nothing, or keep it in if it's a little bit more interesting than that last one. It's a recovery one. So our operatives on Bellerophon recovered a functional piece of SLDF technology, but before they could deliver it to us, they were captured by local government forces. We need a team to assault the location they're being held, recover the technology, and escape. Okay. That one sounds a little bit more interesting. So let's see here. We've got, I don't really need to level him up because he's not going anywhere anytime soon. I wouldn't mind giving her another gunnery, as she isn't really hitting very well.
Training complete.
So let's do that.
Waiting for orders.
Let's go ahead and get. Let's go ahead and get. You know, let's go ahead and get gunnery with these
Training
guys
confirmed,
too.
Commander.
I like the idea of my guys being able to hit stuff. I'm not gonna unlock the skill yet. I don't know what direction I'm going with Medusa
Mech
yet,
warrior training
but
complete.
I don't have a
Waiting
problem
for
getting
orders.
4 gunnery with all my guys. That's not.
Waiting for orders.
I'm not gonna be offended
Good to go.
by anyone having that skill.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take that contract. Fortunately, none of our mechs need to be repaired, so we can just go right into this one. 42,000 if we take just one salvage. What? 1 and 5, and we can. Okay, so we go up to 60k with 1 and 5. Let's do that. And we're gonna go in with the same loadout. We're going to go with the same loadout. Yeah, because that was just an utter cakewalk. I mean, there was nothing. That was nothing. So, yeah, we may end up having to adjust the difficulty. But I just have a feeling that was going to bite me. Because I do remember the first time I played this that I did find it to be challenging. I could be wrong.
Command
You know,
interface
correct me if I'm wrong in the
initiated.
comments. But I don't know. I certainly don't want to come up against some insurmountable situation, or at least something that I can't deal with. I'm sure that there are people out there that are obviously much better at this than I am. Commander, the target location is likely to be well defended. We need to move up, get eyes on the location, and neutralize any enemy forces. Once we've secured the SLDF tech, the Leopard will extract us at this LZ. Best of luck, Commander. Oliveira out. I still don't really know how to pronounce his name. Oliveira? Is it Oliveira or Oliveira? Don't know.
Okay, let's do this.
But he's a fictional character, so probably not offending him. So we're going to go target zone, secure the tech, blast anything that needs blasting, and then get out.
Acknowledged.
But let's not get too cocky. I
On
think
my way.
that has been my downfall
On my
in
way.
more than one game. And let's not let Medusa get too far ahead, because obviously if he sprints his maximum range every turn, he's going to be up there by himself. And that is probably suboptimal, to say the least.
Got it.
Yeah.
Roger.
Okay, everyone else basically just caught up to him, so let's just have him
Picked up a
wait.
blip.
We got a blip. We got a blip. 2 blips. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, go scope them out. Yeah, sprint. Sprint here.
No
I think he'll be
shooting,
pretty
just running.
safe back
Got
there.
it.
They might be able to indirect fire him, but even if they do, he's going to have a ton of evasion, and he's in the woods. I'm just not worried about him there. Whoa, I did not see this guy. Gotta keep my head on a swivel. Wow, that guy's got a lot of firepower. That being said, he might be close enough for me to get a stomp attack on him next turn with
Yes,
Medusa,
Commander.
which, as I have found, those are extremely effective. I'm gonna go ahead and sprint everyone else in.
Roger.
I think that that is. Just want to get everyone in here. Okay, we've got mechs, we got vehicles. Say this looks like it's going to be at least a little bit more firepower against us.
Waiting for orders.
Still not terribly concerned with the threat that the vehicles pose. No, don't need to jump. Let's sprint.
Affirmative.
I think that the guys that we're up against, we should
by.
be. I'm going to sprint into the woods here. We should be
Copy that.
defended well enough by our evasion here, hopefully. I mean, hopefully they're not skilled enough to just be landing like tons and tons of hits on us if we've got all this stuff. But, I don't know. Yeah.
Commander,
I had another head hit. Oh my goodness! I think they've tweaked that in this to add more headshots. That's just silly. So because both of the times I played the first mission, I had someone get headshot, and then this, man, that's a high percentage of the times that my mechs have been attacked. I've received a headshot.
On my way.
Blave should be back in business before we can travel to the next
That's
area.
one less vehicle.
So assuming no one else gets injured, I should be able to field the full squad. Okay, let's have a look at her head. Yeah, it did 5 damage. 5 damage. Okay. The striker actually has more firepower than the spider. So we want to take him out. Let's... How much damage I've got better chance to hit with all my stuff from here. I'm going to stay in the woods. I got 40% damage reduction in here. no evasion if I fire from here, but
Targeting
That's fine.
horizontal sight.
he's toast.
Let's hit him hard.
He's toast.
Vehicle down.
Okay. And I think there are other vehicles going to be coming in now. Once again, not too concerned
Ready
about
for
it, and
orders.
she's really doing her job. I mean, she's taking that stuff like a champ. Decker, I think I'm going to. The question is, do I want to shoot at him, maybe hit him a couple of times, and only take off one of his evasions, or take off both of his evasions? I think I'm going to shoot and just take off one, and then give. Yeah, I don't know what the best bet would be there. I think I'm going to shoot and do a bunch of these, because these are all 50% shots. Even half damage from him is going to be pretty bad for this guy, because he doesn't have a whole lot of armor. Okay. Well, that was pretty bad for him, but we missed a lot more
Solid
than half of
connection
those,
on
I
that
think.
one.
Okay.
Waiting on you, Commander.
What's our chance to hit this guy? Okay, we've got an obstruction. Let's get not obstructed. 60%? That's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. Not too concerned being out in the open here. Oh, hit him. Down for the count. That being said, mechs, those light mechs especially, can get up pretty fast.
Receiving you.
Let's see. Let's get over here, and I'll shoot at the down
Move into
spider,
position.
and I'll see if one of these other guys can take out the galleon. Looks like we're not having too much trouble with this. Yeah. Let's go for the center torso. I just want a kill shot on this. I'm not too interested with getting the loot
Here
from
it comes.
or the got him. Nice.
Active kill.
Not too interested with building another spider. Okay, that 40% damage reduction is really doing the Lord's work for us right now.
Receiving you.
Okay, Decker, get up here, and oh yeah, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. I don't think he's going to survive this. I will be surprised.
Let's see how you like this.
Yep. Okay.
One for the scrap heap. Good to go.
Let's get going. I'm assuming that we're going to have to deal with something else once we get this stuff. I'm not going to jump in there yet because something tells me that's going to trigger something. I want to get my guys more kind of together. I don't remember this mission type, but that's probably not. I don't know if that's because they added it or just because I've forgotten it. It's probably the
Position
latter.
confirmed.
Let's go ahead and just
Got
wait here. Okay, Decker.
for orders.
Okay, we're close enough now.
Roger that.
So I guess I just walk in here and wreck everything.
Moving to position. I read you, Commander. Moving.
Hold this location until our people can grab the asset. Okay. Okay.
The asset has been
Confirmed.
secured.
Holding.
It is ready for retrieval.
You managed to wipe the Op4 out. Okay. I can do an extract right now. No need to get to our planned LZ. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, that was a milk run as well. I don't know. Maybe I do need to adjust the difficulty. Because these are super easy. I mean, I remember, as I said, I remember there being like mostly like normal challenge stuff and then like periodic, like super high difficulty spikes. So I don't ever remember anything being like so ridiculously easy that it was laughable. That being said, once again, this is the very beginning of the game, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So at least we get a little bit better stuff here. The LRM-10 is not bad. I like the SRM-6 as well. I don't know which one I would prefer. I think I prefer the LRM-10. But that's tough. Maybe I'll get lucky and get that SRM-6. Nope, I did not. But I did get the spider piece. So anyway, yeah, I guess we're just gonna kind of proceed here and see if the next mission is also like that. Then we are gonna bump the difficulty, because something does seem a little off right now. Contact the Rimward Frontier. All right, everybody, gather round. After our last talk, I bit the bullet and started fishing around for uncertified contracts, and I repeat, might have caught us something. Who's the client? Unknown. She didn't ID herself in the message, but she claims to be a member of the Canopian elite. She says that she's got a big job lined up and she wants us for it. Us specifically. She called the commander out by name. How would she even know about us in the first place? It isn't like we're drowning in publicity out here. Hey, looks like our luck has finally changed. She's got good taste in mercenaries, whoever she is. That's right. This all sounds perfectly legitimate and not at all suspicious. You're certain this client isn't really a bounty hunter? Because I can list off about 5 different banks that'd all love to repossess this ship. We're shopping for uncertified contracts behind the review board's back, Yang. Hell no, I'm not certain. But for what it's worth, I can confirm that she's rich. She reached out to us with a priority HPG message, and those things ain't cheap. Let's see what HPG message is. The Hyperpulse Generator, or HPG, is a device capable of sending terabytes of compressed information from one point to another at faster than light speeds. All modern HPG arrays are owned and operated by Comstar. Rich is good. I like rich. Yeah, that's good. As we are in dire need of money. We'll meet with this new mystery client, but that's all we'll do until we have heard her pitch. This sounds like a step in the right direction, at least. Yeah, that's good. It really does, and without wanting to harp on it, we're hemorrhaging sea bills as it is. I say it's worth the risk. I mean, what's the worst that it could happen? Our new client vents us out an airlock, and our corpses spend the rest of forever tumbling through the icy vastness of space. Thanks for that delightful image, Yang. Look, Blave, I'll admit it. This is sketchy as hell, but it's also the best lead we're likely to find. If you want to follow up, plot a course to Bellerophon. The client will be waiting. Okay, so I guess that makes a certain kind of sense, because what they were saying is those contracts were absolute garbage. That's, I guess, what they're just trying to say is we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. We're not going to get by on that stuff, that kind of work. So I don't know. Maybe that makes a kind of sense. The contract to meet with our Canopian mystery client is ready for review in the command center. Take a look when you're ready, Commander. Our mech warriors have picked up a fair amount of combat experience over these last few drops. Head to the barracks to review their dossiers and direct their training. And don't forget, you can check on the state of our finances from the terminal in your captain's quarters. If you ever want to change your mercenary company's name or symbol, you can do that from there too. Okay, so let's go ahead. Well, for one, let's have a look at our barracks really quick. So she is down for only 20 days. So I think. Oh yeah, maybe it's guts. Does guts mean you recover faster? Because when Blave took one hit, he was out for 27 days, and now he's got only 15 days left. It might be a percentage, like depending on however much guts you have. I don't know, but it doesn't say
Commander.
wound recovery time. She got a bit of recoil penalty. I'm not sure about that. That's interesting. That'll be something to note. But anyway, in 15 days we'll be able to have a new or field a full squad without hiring someone. Travel to Bellerophon. Well, we're already at Bellerophon, so we can meet our new client. But we're going to do that at the start of the next episode, because at this point, I do think that this episode has kind of run into what I would say would be a full-length type situation. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do there. But this is interesting. So, if you look. This one here, it is traveling somewhere else, but it actually pays a lot more than those last ones. I mean, they would pay like 50 to 70 grand. This one pays 220 grand, still half of a skull. So they can, I guess, range a lot in how lucrative they are. That might be due to our relationship with these different factions. That might be something to look into. Indeed. We'll have to figure that out. But since we're at Bellerophon, I think we will talk with this person. Hopefully we won't jump right into a mission, because we do not have a full squad of mech warriors. I don't really want to hire a new one right now. Because I just don't want to pay extra salary. Because right now we've got 5. I think that's fine. Maybe we'll pick up another one. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But I think right now we are at a pretty good spot. We've got a couple of missions under our belt. Sadly, we're certainly not any stronger, except for I guess we've got a little bit more experience, but we're not gaining really any great equipment. I might see if I can, in between, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I might see if I can fit that LRM-10 onto one of these weapons. Most likely, see if I can get it on this Vindicator. If it would make sense. I don't know what the weight differences between the LRM-5 and the LRM-10. It's 3 tons. So could potentially do it if we were willing to give up some of these jump jets. I don't know if that would be worth it. Could get rid of that short laser. That thing is not really doing me a whole lot of good. So yeah, that's something to think about. I'm going to consider that, because that would be a good bit more firepower. 4 times 5 as opposed to 4 times 10 is literally double the damage. I'm going to have to think about that. That will be something to consider. Okay. Anyway, we're going to jump into that contract when we come back. So, as always, thanks so much for watching. And we're going to pick up right here next time.